So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can reach your first 100 subs. And so on this channel, obviously, this is my new channel here. And this is where I post all my tutorials and such. But, I've got 3,000 subs here. And that's only because I built my other channel, DB Plays. I'm approaching 140,000 subs on that one. And, you can see I'm maintaining pretty decently. But the key here I want to talk about is how you can reach your first 100 subs. Because not long ago, I was under 100 subs. So I'm going to come over to this tool called Socialblade. And you can check this out and do some research of your own. But you can enter any channel's pretty much their channel name or their ID from the URL there and search it. And it's going to give you stats about that channel. So if you can scroll down here and you can look at my history here. So you can see back in, when was this? This was April of 2019. I was getting 700 subs in that month. And then I got 300 subs. And then I got, 2,200 subs. And then it kind of trickled down to almost nothing. And I started losing subs because I wasn't posting anything. You can see I went negative 20 because people are like, who is this guy? I don't see any videos coming from him. And then it started building back up. You can see I started posting a little bit more. And then I took a little bit of time off from vacation. And then I posted a little bit more, and then I took some more time off, and then I came back in May, which is when you see this drastic change, right? You start seeing tens of thousands. And I can tell you fully how I did this. I actually think this is a formula that can be replicated if you do it right, and if you're making content on the right things that people are looking for. You got to have search volume, right? And if you're posting content that has zero search volume, which I'm going to cover in a little bit, then you're not really going to get this kind of growth that I received, because right here is when a game called Roblox Islands came out, and I started dedicating the channel about that time to islands. But I was still mixing like Piggy and some other games in here on Roblox. So I think some of it's about timeliness, but it's really coming down to search volume. And I'm going to show you how you can check for search volume on whatever you're looking to do content for. It doesn't even have to be games. So this video is not just for gaming. So this video can apply to anything, any kind of channel that you want to build, whatever it is, you name it. This will still work for you. You just need to know what you're looking for. Let's talk a little bit about how do you get to your first 100 subs? And before we can get to there, we do need to talk a little bit about your setup. So branding, everything that goes about your channel. So we're going to go to DB Talks here, and I want to talk about a little bit about this setup. So see, I've got a banner here, and it kind of does it like a one-liner. This is what you're going to expect out of this channel. So DB Talks, you got tutorials and more. And the reason why I kind of went vague on this, and I could be even more specific, and I'm going to get a lot more views. For example, if I said this is going to be like YouTube marketing tutorials, or how to build a community, or digital marketing, or whatever it is. And granted, I'm not really going to get into digital marketing. I'm really talking about here in this channel, it's really dedicated to things like, Discord and technology, and where media really meets tech, right? And so I do stick to a focus. And, you have your branding, sure, you got your icon, you got to make sure your icon, there's like a little bit of cohesion here. Like I see a lot of channels that will actually create like this completely random picture. Like it'll be like a picture of a sunset because they didn't actually have an image or a logo. And then their banner here has just like giant text, and it looks like it was done in like paint. And that's the first thing you need to really handle, is just go to Fiverr.com. If you don't know what Fiverr.com is, so just go here and you can find anyone that you're, interested in. So you can check out maybe a logo creator or something. You can get someone to create your icon. So even though it's called Fiverr.com, it actually does cost a little bit more than $5 most of the time. Sometimes they'll put it starting at $5, but the reality is you're looking at 40, 50, maybe $100 at times. So that's a great way to get your banners and icons created, is they do that all day long. And then you're going to obviously need some kind of description here. So go under the About section. I don't actually have a description here, and so I need to write one out. I just noticed I'm missing one. But let's go over to the DB Plays one. So you can see here, I just put a one-liner. Here's what to expect out of my channel. I like to kill pixels, and I create daily Roblox videos. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? And then obviously I've got my links to my socials. Pretty much from there, you're going to want some playlists. So you see, I've got uploads, popular uploads. I've got some playlists here, and these are going to be pretty much catered to whatever you're creating. And you can't really do too many at first because, you don't have content, right? So it's going to look a little weird if you don't have content. So you can see I actually started off with one video, and I just dedicated this thing at the top. So this is my featured video. And then I've got uploads, and I got popular uploads. The reason why you want popular uploads is it's just a different sort. So uploads is pretty much like in, my most recent videos. And then popular uploads is like, here's the best, right? Here's to give you an example of my best video on this channel, which is 6.5, thousand. That's actually pretty good. That's actually better than I expected. So that's actually a really good video. And then I've got some other stuff. So just give you some ideas of repeat content. So if I expect to make more than one video of a topic, I'm going to create a playlist for it. And the playlist will actually help you with search engine discovery. So basically you can consider YouTube just another Google, right? but the only results you're going to get are videos. So if you think about it that way and your videos are web pages, you're going to optimize your content based on keywords constantly. So I talk about, how to edit videos, Premiere Pro. I talk about OBS and such. So I make sure I get keywords embedded. I'm not really going to go into too much depth on that because I think this video would, end up being way too long, because this is really about getting your first 100. And it's, this is more about like getting your first 1,000. So I'm not going to get into like first 1,000 subs. We're going to stick to first 100 subs. So you are going to need obviously some videos. I would at least post, a couple videos at first. Whatever you do, a couple things you should avoid. Don't create intro videos that are just intro videos to hype people up. No one cares. Like, I see so many channels, especially, a lot of aspiring YouTubers come to me and they're like, DB, can you check out my channel? And I check out their channel and it's like intro video, some random video that has no thumbnail and has no context or relevance to the channel. I don't even know what the video is from. It's like a recording of their desktop, maybe like a wallpaper and some other things, and I have no idea. Why would I ever click on that video? And if you're going to show just a thumbnail of your intro and it's like 10 seconds long or 30 seconds long, those do not belong on your channel as a published, visible, public-facing video. Just purely speaking, no one cares about your intro. No one cares about your brand yet. You've established nothing. You're starting from the scratch. And a lot of people like overhype themselves. They'll show their characters or their avatar. They'll show their name and, huge logos. And they put so much focus on what they dream to be, which is a known name, a known character, a known figure, and known brand, that they visualize too much on that and they put it too front and center. You have to give some kind of vision of what someone that is visiting your channel that has no idea who you are, what to expect if they clicked on your video link. And so your channel needs a couple of videos in order for you to get those subs, in order to be able to have people be like, okay, I get what this channel's about. I'm willing to subscribe and see a little bit more about what you're gonna do. So you don't even need more than one video. So if you saw this title here that said Spider-Man goes crazy doing the floss dance in public, or aha, take on me dance, ghetto spider, and you saw this screenshot of a Spider-Man just kind of randomly posed, that's got 12 million views, but that's because the content is supreme. It's superior. But if all you saw was on Ghetto Spider's page, if you went over to Ghetto Spider, if you went to his page and all you saw was this video thumbnail right here with this guy just ready to dance, or he's got this pose right here, it's gonna get clicked on. But if you saw something else that said, so if you see this right here, random I beat Spider-Man, right? It shows a TV screen. I have no idea what to expect. It's got some cool colors, but I have no idea what to expect. I click on it and it's some person's fireplace with nothing, a couple random things. This is why this person only has 100 subs. I'm actually surprised they actually have 100 subs. No offense to them, but this is what you get. You come here. So I don't even know what to expect here. But this is a very typical channel. They also have this arbitrary, totally random sky. Like, it doesn't say anything about what they're going to do. So obviously this is probably some personal account, right? But all too often personal accounts try to go big and it just doesn't work. Unless you have a viral video that no one can put down, it's going to be really hard for you to grow. But this is an example of a problem. Like this thumbnail, like their icon just has like this random image as well. Like I don't know what this person's about, but their name's cool. It's Mellow. That's cool. That's a cool name. So they do have a cool name, and coming up with your name is really going to be up to you. You don't want it to be your real name typically. I mean, if you're going to do your real name, if you're going to do like John Smith or John Doe's photography, that makes sense. But if you're going to just put John Doe, that's a horrible name. You need to do like John Doe Plays or John Doe Games or John Doe Creates or John Doe, podcast or whatever you're going to do. It should have some kind of action or verb circling all the way back around to how you're going to get your subs. You can't get subs, and you shouldn't try to get subs until you posted your content. And it's all too often I see people, they send me requests and say, DV, I need subs. Can you shout me out? And I look at their channel and they have no content. And so what they want to do is invite you into the theater and have you wait for them to finally post something, right? So you're going to go and sub to them and you're going to forget about them. And as soon as they post a video, by the way, as soon as they post their video, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 weeks later, they finally post their first video and you're like, oh, I didn't know this was what I was going to expect, and unsub. They're going to unsub. And what happens? Your channel's going to start shrinking because people are unsubscribing. And so it's backwards. It's completely backwards. So what you want to do is make sure you're getting relevant subscribers, right? So you're going to make sure you have at least your first video up. In this case, I actually didn't do that because people already know who I am. They already knew DV Plays. I think I was like around 100,000 subs. Maybe I was a little less. I think I was at 90,000 subs when I did this channel. This is what the kind of content to expect though, is like, how do you grow your channel? You know, how do you use technology? How do you, you know, embed tweets into your Discord channel? You know, how do you know, record videos on your mobile phone? And it's going to be relevant to across these channels. So anyone that's subscribed to obviously these other channels are probably going to like this video. So this channel is not monetized yet. So you're going to be seeing stuff that's just not monetized. But you can see here, look at the views. That's like, it's really, really good. And the last 40 hours, I've gotten 56 views. That's not bad for a channel that doesn't get any content posts. And let me go over here and check out. So this is going to be a bigger one, I think. So yeah, OBS. So check this one out. That's 99% likes. So this one gets a lot of views too. Look at 91 views in the last 2 days. That's not bad. So my point being is you need content. Start with content, make sure you post at least a sample. And that first video should not just be a random video. It should be one of your best attempts, your first attempts. And just create something. Don't overthink it. You don't need a webcam. You don't need an awesome microphone. You don't need an awesome thumbnail. Those are all great things. Those will all help you from a quality perspective, but they're not going to like be the end all. So check this out. I'm going to show you Mr. Beast. If you don't know who Mr. Beast is, I'm surprised. But let's go over to his channel right now. He's got 46 million subscribers, right? 46 million subscribers. He's one of the top grossing YouTubers of all time. Let's go over to his uploads and let's go back many years. Let's go back many years. This is going to be pretty inspirational for you, I think. Let's go back in the days before he had 100 subs, before he had 100 subscribers. Isn't that crazy to think about Mr. Beast having less than, you know, 1 million subscribers? Like right here, 500 subs. This is actually, no, so this is when he got 1,500 subs 6 years ago. 1,500 subs. Look how many videos he created before he got 1,500 subs. Look how, like, dedication. This guy was so dedicated to his craft. So let's see. At some point, he got like his first 100 subs around here. And so what I would actually recommend, you know, for your own inspiration, go through these, like listen to them, watch some of them. What I typically did was I looked around, like I just kind of like this one, why I haven't been uploading. He talks about like his entire journey to getting his subscribers. And where he really blew up was sometime, look at even this video, look at this thumbnail. It says, I suck at making thumbnails. He's got 55,000 views. Granted, back then, he didn't have 55,000 views. This is all because of his success. A lot of people were doing what I was doing and going back to his older videos and trying to figure out what happened, you know, what helped him. And if you look at some of these, like this one has under 100,000 subs. This one has 44,000 subs. To consider that this guy, he's got 40 something million subscribers and they're not watching this video is shocking to me. But consider 7 years ago, this thing probably had like 100 views tops. So again, inspiration for you. Look at the thumbnail's the worst thumbnail. Like they're basically the same thumbnail. He didn't even bother creating a new one for his new video. You know, he basically took the previous thumbnail and put it on here. And this is a common trend. You know, I would not advise doing that because you do want to show that your content's not duplicated over and over and over. And it might be unique from the last one, but you do need content. And Mr. Beast was fantastic with his cadence. And he was, you know, very consistent about updating. He had a very direct relationship with his subscribers, meaning he communicated with them. He gave them updates on his journey. He let them into his own life and said, you know what, I'm so happy. I've never thought I would get to 50,000, you know, subscribers. And he really just talked about his struggles. You know what, you know, right here. Like I just said that, and I didn't even read this. Struggles of being a YouTuber. So like, he had struggles. He had dreams. You know, it's so inspiring that like subscriber goals, 20,000 when he got 20,000 subs. Again, take the journey with Mr. Beast and consider that like 4,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh. And I know a lot of you are saying like, dude, DB, 4,000 subscribers would be so amazing. I'm just trying to start out my channel and, you know, I only have 50 subscribers. And you know what's great? you're pretty far. You're actually about where he was back here. So don't give up, keep posting, you know, like you'll get better. Look at, like, remember when he said, I suck at making thumbnails. Now let's go to current day, present day. I mean, his thumbnails started getting better, right? Again, go back to these days, be humble, be simple, focus on your content first, and then, you know, get that cadence up. And in a future video, I'll help you grow beyond this. This is just step one. This is just step one, but I'm going to help you grow beyond just 100 subs, 1,000 subs. Okay. So, you know, expect that from future videos. And this account does not subscribe to Mr. Beast, but it should. So I just subscribed to Mr. Beast on DB Talks. Okay. So coming back here, here's how you're going to get your first, I would say 100 subscribers. You're going to do a couple things. One is your first subscribers are going to be you and your family members. If you have any family members that are willing to do it for you, and I know a lot of people might be estranged with their family, so they don't really have, you know, good connections with their family, and that's okay. You know, maybe you have some friends. That's a really good, you know, place to start. Now, you know, for games, it's a little easier to grow your channel than a lot of other categories, because at least with games, I can basically say, hey, I'm recording this video right now inside the middle of an entire lobby of, gamers. And if I told them all, if I'm making a game video, and if I said, hey, everyone, I'm recording this, would you like to say hello to, YouTube? Everyone's going to freak out and they're all going to chase you because they want to be in camera. There's just this like mystique and this, curiosity and excitement about being in a video that's going to be pretty much recorded and archived. And a lot of people are down with that, and they're going to go, well, what's your channel name? And then you can give them your channel name, and then they'll get subscribed to you. And you do that 100 times. This doesn't mean taking your channel, URL and, copying and pasting and spamming it. Don't spam your channel. Only get subscribers that are curious or interested in your content. Otherwise, what you're going to have is a bunch of people not caring about your content. Don't buy subs. Horrible, horrible thing that will damage your channel to a point where it's going to stunt your growth. And I'm going to explain this for a second here. YouTube cares about engagement with your audience. If you have 1,000 subscribers that you botted or, bought or, basically bribed people to subscribe if you gave them something or spam them with your channel, what's going to happen is people are going to pretty much not be visiting your content because they never cared for it in the first place because they got what they wanted, right? They got what they wanted out of you. They got their items, they got their cash, they got whatever. Or if it's a bot, of course, the bot has no feelings, emotions, is never going to visit you again. It's going to inflate your views, and YouTube can see that. So what's going to happen? A couple things. First of all, YouTube's going to penalize you because they know you botted. Like it's too easy for them to detect bots. Like it's super easy. So they're going to know you botted. Second of all, YouTube will actually not promote your channel for a long time because what they see is a deficit in your content to engagement. I'm going to show you here. So let's go to like Mailbag, and here's an easy test, super easy test. I have 5,000 views with this much watch time, 581 hours of watch time on this video. That's a lot. 581 hours. That's a ton. Average view duration, 6 minutes. That's actually, I'm kind of surprised by that. 6 minutes. But if I had a video that had like maybe 1 minute view time, average view time, because I botted it, or if I don't really have that many subs, so maybe I've got like 1,000 subscribers and I got 2 views on my video. YouTube's going to look at that and say, wow, you can't make content for your 1,000 subs. Like, why would we ever recommend your content to our millions of subscribers or members or users if you can't even get more than a couple or 10 subs out of your 1,000 subs that you botted, or you purchased or bribed onto your channel? Let's flip it around. Say you only got subscribers that were interested in your content. Then that's what's going to happen here. Look at this, 6 minutes is amazing. It's amazing. On my DV Plays channel, I don't really get 6 minutes that often. Sometimes you'll see like maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and that's actually a really good thing. You want to stay above 3 minutes if you can. So just as 3 minutes and above is really, really good. The problem is if you're creating videos that are only a minute long, you're not going to get 3 minute average, watch time. But we'll get into that stuff and, in the future. I don't really want to overload your brain with like the science behind getting, into the algorithms of YouTube. But I will tell you, you want an engaged audience. And the only way to get an engaged audience is a real audience that is curious and interested in your content. Family members are typically going to be included in that category. Most of them are, especially your friends. Your friends are going to be curious. And so the next piece here, so after you've, recruited your family and friends to the first, 5, 10 subs that you get, here's where your other 90 come from. Your other 90, are obviously going to come from, like I said, the people that are kind of in your category of content. So if you're making like a skateboarding channel, well, start, talking, making friends in the skateboard community and talk about like what videos would they like to see? What videos do you think they're missing? And then ask them for feedback on the content you create for that idea or concept or whatever content that, you're creating for them. So a great example is if I were making a video on like, Roblox islands, for example, and I went to someone and said, hey, what would you want to see a video on in islands? They said, I'd love to see how to make a house. Well, that's a great video idea. Okay, do you want to collab with me on that? They're like, sure, yeah. So I collab with them. We do a video together. And guess what's going to happen? Now, not only am I going to have content and their views, so they sub to me for one, they're watching the video, so I got views because my, the person that I collabed with is watching my video. And then next, they're probably going to share it around to their friends, right? So collaborations with others, or at least even whether they're in your video or not, maybe they contributed to your video in some, form or the idea, and you ask them for feedback instead of, hey, go watch my video. Hey, can you give me feedback on the video? What do you think I could improve on? Now you've got an engaged audience, highly engaged, and they might actually give you more ideas. You're starting to get, excited and passionate about your channel. You're going to create more content. You're going to, suddenly things are going to start, firing up. Now, one thing thing I want to back up a little bit about on is content focus. And so, you know, I just mentioned skateboard community. Well, if you do a skateboard community video, what you don't want to do is, you know, like mix skateboards with like Fortnite videos. You know, you shouldn't have like live action skateboarding park kind of stuff mixed with your Fortnite audience. It's like having Martha Stewart cooking channel kind of stuff on a sports channel. It has no relationship. So a lot of people actually mix content too much. And I would say the reason why my DV Plays channel did so well is I really focused the content. First of all, it's a Roblox channel. I do daily Roblox videos. I typically will do islands videos content. Like most of my content here is focused on islands. Sometimes I kind of stray, or I'll try to bridge the two. So I've got an islands video here mixed with Arsenal, right? So it's still kind of, you know, relatable. Sometimes I venture off and I kind of do these other games, but you'll notice when I venture off, let's see, let me find a venture off video. Look at right here. Let's see, right, where's my, right here. For fun core games. Look at 8,000 views. Sitting right between a 221,000 view video and a 36,000 view video is an 8,000 view video, because I strayed away into a, even though it's a video game still, even though it's very similar to Roblox, it's unrelated to the channel. So, you know, you got to be really careful about focus. Look at this one right here. Right between a 359,000 view video and a 75,000 view video is a 20,000 view video of another game video. Still, it's games. I didn't go and create a skateboard video, you know, or a surf video or whatever. I actually made a game video that says new rival for Roblox, and they still didn't click on it. They didn't care about it. So you need to be very careful about content focus. You know, again, content focus is key on your channel as well. So if you're going to be creating content, make sure it's focused. So again, this really comes down to, okay, networking. So getting into the community that you're in, you know, and getting involved in the community that you're really trying to get subscribers from. And then, you know, anytime you can do collaborations, do them, you know, and don't force them. Don't be pushy, especially don't go after big channels too much. Like, you know, you can always say like, hey, it'd be great to do a video with you someday, you know, no pressure, but don't bug them, because at some point what happens is you're getting pushy, and now it sounds like you're pretty much just using that content creator to get clout, to get subs. You're basically, it's a one directional road, right? It's a one-way street there, where you're really just asking to use them with giving them no value in return. And so you need to stick with a little bit lower, you know, like maybe a little bit, it's like smaller people. Like, and I hate to say size. I don't really want to say smaller people, but people that are, you know, are also trying to make a name for themselves is what I'm trying to say. People that are also ambitious, maybe similar size, maybe they have 100 subs as well. Maybe they're a little bit bigger than you, but not much bigger than you. They can still help you get to your first milestone. And then after you get up first 100 subs, you're going to be going for your next, you know, milestone of, let's get to 500 subs. After 500 subs, you're going to get to 1,000 subs. After 1,000, you're going to be going for 2,500 subs. After that, 5,000. After that, 10,000, and it just keeps going, right? And once you start hitting, like, once you have a really engaged audience, it's not going to be hard or long for you to start getting to a point where you're getting those crazy numbers of, like, right now, I'm only doing about 500 subs right now per day on my main channel. And, you know, at one point I was getting about 1,500 to 2,000 subs a day. Does this mean that my channel's dying? You know, it's just a seasonal thing. You know, you have to stick through it, because, you know, this is mostly because of school, but and the content that I am creating for has like a dip in search volume. So it has really nothing to do with what I've been doing. More so it has to do with my audience and search volume. And we'll talk a little bit about that in the future on how to grow your channel beyond. At that point, you're starting to get into like, I'm approaching 1,000 subs. Maybe you're approaching 5,000 subs. And now you need to start, you know, kind of tweaking things. You need to start optimizing things to get that growth performance out of your channel. And I can show you how to do that in future videos, because right now you're just looking at humble beginnings, get your first, 100 subscribers. That's your focus. And once you get to that point, you're going to start being able to breathe a little bit. And, I've helped a lot of channels get to their first 1,000 subscribers. And I don't think you're going to have any issues, especially if you're following some of these tips, getting to your first 1,000, 10,000 and such. So I hope this video is helpful to you. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to comment below. And so I know you want more videos like this one, especially as a series. Please, please, please hit that like button. That would help me a ton. And subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.